What's going on, everybody? Hugrnot here. Today, I woke up and there was something on my phone that said, "Hey, your package has been delivered." No pun intended, boys. But I went to the front door. What did I have? We had a package. Okay, now if you were in last night's stream, you know I had made mention to there was going to be a special surprise coming today, and it better be there when I woke up. Well, it's about, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's delivered. So we're going to try making a different kind of video today for you guys. It's going to be a little bit of an unboxing. I don't have a second camera to really point downwards to kind of just stay focused on this. So I'm going to just try and hold it up with you guys, open it, so you guys can see everything with me as well. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get rid of this packaging. That is not a box, unfortunately. Let's see what we got. Looks like we got a box inside of the envelope. Let's see if there's any graphics on that or that. Okay, so we have a plain white box. Now, it does have kind of what it is here, which I'll cover up so you guys can't see quite yet. But, oh, I'm dumb. This isn't even a box. It's just plastic over it. Okay, let's get this plastic off. And then let's see. Oh, here we go. Now we got a box. Okay, so we had to get through the envelope. Sorry, I got to hold it up. We had to get through the envelope to get to a plastic covering to get to the actual box. So let me get rid of this. Let me see real quick. Oh, man, it's got pictures all over it. You guys ready for the grand reveal? Gotta act like it's Christmas. You know what I mean? You just throw them wrappers all around. So what we have today is... See, is this the front of it? It is. All right. The slow reveal. Are you ready? Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. The T9 Pro. What else do we have, though? Hugrnot. Oh. Whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop. Oh. Now, most of you at this point are probably looking at this saying, Hugrnot, what the fuck is that? Like, what is that supposed to do? Well, this right here, they call it a gaming keyboard. I don't really know how much of a gaming keyboard it really is, but it's basically a condensed keyboard that just has the bare necessities for what is supposedly gaming, right? So we'll open it up, we'll take a look at it, but it's basically going to only have, like, it looks like Q through P on your keyboard. So if you look at that, those are the only keys that it has. And actually looking at mine, P's at the very end. So I guess the only keys that it has here is Q, W, E, R, P. And then on the bottom, we have ASD, F, G. So you basically get your, WASD buttons and a few others. So like if we were playing H1, we have our move around buttons. Then we have our Q and E for our healing hotkeys, R for reload, F for interact. So it's got kind of the bare necessity of buttons for you to use. What I thought was pretty cool about this is it does come in with a little rest here, right, for your wrist. But it also, this little odd looking button is supposed to sit where your thumb's at. And that's actually supposed to act as the space bar, which I think is kind of cool. So we got all of our other stuff here, but let's go ahead and let's see if we can open this up. If you ask anybody that knows me, I'm a real freak when it comes to like leaving the plastic on brand new things and stuff like that. So when it comes to boxes, I'm not really the guy who just shreds through the stuff. You know what I mean? I'm usually fairly careful. So let's go ahead. We got some nice little protective covering here. Looks like we got some instructions. Let's go ahead and put the box down over here. We'll put the actual product down just for a moment. So in the box they included your typical instruction manual. Now this is from a company, I'm not really too sure how you pronounce this. I guess maybe Acepha, maybe. It's A-C-E-P-H-A. I'll put the product description in the, or the product linked in the description of the video below as well for you guys. It says it's a professional single-handed keyboard specifically designed for gaming. So if you heard me last night kind of talking about some of the issues I had, one of the times I died in H1, I ran out of room with my mouse. If you guys have seen my setup video, you see I got a fairly large mouse pad, but the problem is my keyboard takes up 80% of that. So what I'm hoping to accomplish with this here is to basically give me free roam with my mouse and not have to worry about losing any kind of space. You know what I mean? My keyboard will no longer take up, 80%. It'll take up more like, 10% or 15%. That's what we're going for. So I don't think there's going to be anything special in here. Let's see. Indicator lighting. Yeah, just kind of your typical instruction manual. It does give us a couple ideas as far as what buttons on there will allow you to change the different lights and stuff like that on it. It is a RGB. I believe it's RGB. Let me just double check before I say that. Okay, so it's not quite RGB. It is 7-color backlit. So, I mean, I guess it's kind of like RGB. You got a couple different colors to basically cycle through. It's not RGB because obviously you can't mix and match and do whatever you want, but it does have quite a few different colors that you can go through. But with that being said, let's go ahead and take this out for its grand reveal. I believe this is going to be the front side of it. Whew, look at that, boys. Look at that. Oh, man. Here we go. We got the braided cable, the braided USB cable. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. This pad is actually nice and soft. I don't know how I feel about that. I wish that was... I have to get used to that button. Hopefully you guys can hear that for a sense of how loud the keys are. It's probably about as hard as I would press them in H1. So just to give a comparison, right? Let me see if I have enough space on my old keyboard here to actually lift this up. So you guys got an image of how big this is. I'm going to set that down. I do not have enough space to show you my old keyboard shit. Well, let me see. Okay. Well, you know what? Give me 1 second, guys. Oh, also in the box, I forgot to... We'll probably have to use this. I'm hoping they have a website, because this is probably old, but they do include a CD, the old school keyboard drivers for you. Let me see if I can get a regular keyboard, because I got a couple of those. And I will show you guys at least a comparison to that. My keyboard, I have the Cyborg V7 keyboard. So it also has like programmable keys on the side that kind of make the keyboard a little bit wider. That's the problem that I run into. But give me 1 second. Let me grab one real quick. It's right over here in the closet. And then we'll do a quick comparison as far as sizes to this single hand gaming keyboard to more of a normal size keyboard. I know. Hugrnot, you should have been ready for this before you did the video. What's wrong with you? I know, my bad, guys. So here's a normal size keyboard. This is just your run-of-the-mill, nothing special. This is what you would use in like an office building. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't have a gaming keyboard. Maybe you just have something like this. You can kind of see, I'm sure you can see it's much bigger than our other keyboard that we just got. Let me pick this bad boy up. So here's the new one. This is the single-handed gaming keyboard. Here's your normal run-of-the-mill keyboard. So look at that. Look how much space you'll gain with this bad boy, right? So that's the hope, guys. We're going to give it a try. Put that down. We're going to give it a try in tonight's stream. Obviously, because we have the late night stream, so we'll be playing for quite a long time, so I can kind of get a good idea of how well this will work. If you guys would like, we can even set up like some gameplay videos where you can kind of just see my hand, maybe my hand movements with both the keyboard and the mouse hand at some time. Forget the face cam. I don't have a second webcam, so I can't set up both. Maybe we can do that in the future. But we could do a video like that too, where we just kind of, you can kind of see my movements and kind of how I react and play to things and all that kind of stuff. Maybe you guys would enjoy that. If you would, let me know in the comment section below. I will set it up and we will get that going. But guys, so far, first impressions, the overall feel of this, I like it. I think it's going to be a little bit odd to try and get used to it. I do. We'll hook it up here in a moment, and I'll show you guys just the lighting and all of that. So bear with me. All right, guys. So this is the part of the video that we get to take a look at the functionality of this thing. Let me turn the light on real quick just for a moment so you guys can see. It doesn't take that much space up. I'll be perfectly putting it over here. My mouse is quite on the opposite side of that, so I will have plenty of free room to do whatever the hell I need to do to, do them snap 180s on people. You know what I'm saying? So here's the keyboard right here. I'm going to run through a little bit of the functionality of it as far as like with the LEDs and stuff like that. But for that, I want to turn the light back off so you guys can see it a little bit more clearly. So we talked about it a little bit before, how it doesn't have RGB. It has this 7 different colors that you can kind of cycle through. The way that you would do that is you combine, it looks like it says here, the escape key and the tab key to switch through it. So I'm going to hold escape down, hit tab, so it looks like we got a nice blue here. We've got green, of course red we started with. That looks kind of like a pinkish purple to me. More of a teal, I guess. Yellow, that's probably the closest thing to white, I would say. And then we're back to red. So those are the couple different colors. Very easy to kind of cycle through. Nice range of colors too, I would say. You guys know we're all about the red though on this channel, so we're probably going to keep it right there on red to match, the beautiful RGBs we got on our headset and our mouse and all those key features, you know what I mean? Now it does come with one other mode. This mode technically, I guess, is just the full lights, right? It's just on. If you wanted to change that, it does come with breathing, or you can just turn it off altogether. The way you would do that is you hold escape. If you haven't figured it out, escape is kind of the function key. So you hold escape and then you hit shift, and now it's going to do breathing. So it's kind of like that pulsation. Try it on a different color. You guys can kind of see how it looks with all of them. Until we get back to red. So kind of a cool mode, especially if you have like Razer gear. You might not be able to match the pulsation up directly with it, because it's not chroma by any means. But at least you can have that same effect with your devices. So that's kind of a nice little under the radar feature if you ask me. And then once again, if you wanted to turn it off altogether, hold our function key, hit shift once more, boom. Don't have to worry about the pretty lights, you know what I mean? If they distract you for whatever reason, turn them off. For me, I'll probably keep it, I would say probably a majority on, just full on, if I had to really guess. Come on, camera, focus. Why won't you focus for me? Wait, beautiful Hugrnot hand. Focus, there we go. So that's kind of a cool feature of it. You can also increase and decrease the brightness of this. If you did want to do that, I think I have it currently on the brightest setting, guys. But if you did want to do that, it would be escape. So function key, S brings it down. Hopefully you guys can see that in the video. You see it's got this little indicator light up here. W is what makes it brighter. It's kind of fucking with the camera right now. So this is its brightest setting. So if we try different colors, that's probably ideal for, at least for the camera, which is the lowest setting. But if we turn this back on, there's our green here. Yeah, the lowest setting seems to be what the camera likes for sure. Me, I'll probably either play on brightest or that mid-range color. This isn't quite enough, I don't think, for me. That's not too bad. But here's all the different colors at their lowest and their brightest. There's that white. Yeah, the poor camera has to refocus every single time. But we're going to leave it back on red. I'll probably play with it probably on that setting. So there's that, guys. I'll go ahead and turn the light back on for us here. And here's kind of the ergonomics of it. Like I was saying before, with this wrist pad here, and this actually acts as a space bar. So for me, I'll probably sit on it like this, but this will give me all controls that I need, especially for like H1, PUBG, stuff like that, right at my fingertips. We'll have our typical WASD here. I'll have the shift button here, and the palm or like wrist part of my hand right here gets this nice, comfy kind of rubberish, really textured grip. So that's going to be nice. I'll have plenty more room now to actually move my mouse about on the keypad. I'm looking forward to it. We'll test it out tonight, guys, in the stream. And we'll probably talk about it a little bit as I'm going about it, my thoughts on it and so forth like that. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you fuck the like button up, boys. I appreciate it. And as always, guys, you have a good one, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.